Hello, welcome to the interview segment of the Monday edition of New Dawn from Ogun State Television. And today we are discussing an issue that has to do with education, higher education in Nigeria, because two unions at the university level are also saying they want to go on strike. They are actually on strike, and yet they are yet to call it off. But we want to focus on that this morning in the program and see how that issue can be resolved so that we don't record what happened in 2022 when ASU went on strike for 8 solid months. So we are being joined in the studio by Ustad Jibril Lawal, a public affairs analyst, who is also a concerned parent here. I mean, put it that way, because he has children in higher institution as well. Too. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Mr. Shudeke, and the viewers at home, and morning to you too.
Dominic, yeah. Okay, sorry, before you come in, Dominic, we also have Mr. OLUROTIMI FASUNWON, who is the chairman, Senior Staff Association of Nigeria University, Federal University of Culture, Abeokuta branch. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
All right, so my colleague also, Dominic Agbea, is in the house.
Yes, good morning. It feels so good to have you in the studio. And I want you to bring us up to speed with what is really happening at the moment. There are some reports that the strike has been called off, and in some quarters we heard that it is still on. Bring us up to speed. Have you called off the strike as we speak?
Good morning. I think no ladies there, so it's just gentlemen and the house. At the moment, we have been asked by the national leaders of SANU and NASU, jointly called JAC, that we should hold a congress today to inform our members that the strike is thereby suspended with effect from tomorrow, Tuesday. So I can still tell you that right now the strike is still on, but effective from tomorrow we'll return back to our works. That's the situation for now.
Okay, you went on strike because out of your 8-month salary, 4 paid already and 4 are being withheld. And while you were on strike for within that week, the federal government was magnanimous to pay 1 out of those 4 months. Could that be the reason why you are suspending the strike and not calling it off totally?
Well, let me correct the statement. SANU and NASU did not go on strike for 8 months. Rather, we were on strike for 4 months. And yes, the federal government, under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, promised to lift the no work, no pay. That was the reason why those money were not paid at that time. And as of yesterday, let me say 2 days ago, 1 month out of the 4 months was actually paid, but we cannot say fully paid because all the deductions which are part of the salary, like you talk of cooperatives, you talk of other third-party deductions and things like that, have not been paid. So we can say that even the 1 month that was paid is 50% of the 1 month that was paid. But in the wisdom of the national leaders, coinciding with the fact that we have a new Minister of Education and appeals from different quarters, and the fact that SANU and NASU are not really strike mongers, that has brought about this decision that we should suspend, because the federal government has also promised again that yes, they are.
Okay, Ustaz Jibril, let's quickly take your thoughts really on all of these that have played out between the federal government and these 2 unions of the university community. What do you make out of it?
Oh, thank you, Dominic. In the way the discussion is evolving, I'm beginning to see that we're going to have two elements of it. The first one is what is happening at the moment. Then we need to look at how to provide a solution, a long-term solution to the challenges, looking at the back, what has happened in the past. But let's look at the issue the way they are now. From what the chairman said, it's good. I want to commend them that they deemed it fit to call off the strike. I really won't want to put any blame at their doorstep for going on strike. When you look at the fact that there are about 3 main unions within the university system, and that ASU has been treated, differently. So I am not having anything against them for doing what they are doing. What really shocks me is the way government has treated them. Government has not been sensitive. Well, not this government alone. It has been like that with our government in Nigeria. When workers comes out to give ultimatum, they will appear as if they are deaf, dumb, and blind. Nothing happens until the eve of the ultimatum. Then you see them start running. Some will even wait till 2, 3, 4 days into the strike before you see them start taking action, like it just happened recently. That they are magnanimous. That is what I want to use. Magnanimous now to say, okay, let's reciprocate the good gesture of government. Though you have only paid 1 month, even if the first 1 month is not fully paid, let's see how we can, alleviate the challenges of Nigerian students and that of the parents. To me, I think they deserve our kudos when you look at what they've done so far. I want to take a swipe on government. I don't know why they will need to wait till now. Also, when the president, from the report we have read, the president have given order that it should be paid. Whatever it is that is holding them not to pay, I don't know. And I know that quite a number of institutions already have their payroll, computed, completed. They know the financial implication. They know what is going to involve. It's not just a new thing. Why they equally decide to pay just the net pay and decide to leave the other charges, as we call them, in account? I don't know why government will do that. But I am thinking that we can avoid some of this back and forth by doing the needful as we have agreed upon.
Now, what do you think would be responsible for government not even paying even the 1 month? I mean, according to what he has said, even the 1 month, the government has not paid in full. What do you think would be responsible for this?
I won't say lack of funds. I will say insensitivity. Simple. If the president has given the order, it is the duty of the Minister of Finance to look for the fund. And the first instance, the fund, if not that they went to strike to pay them, the fund ordinarily has been there. So if you have fund for other things, just look for the money and pay, and let's have peace. So I won't look at it as a positive of fund. That would be trying to give them excuses for what really they don't need to give excuse for, and for God's sake. This didn't happen yesterday. I mean, it happened several months back. So was it taking the Minister of Finance ages to look for the fund to pay them? I think it's just insensitivity, or maybe calling the bluff of the people that are involved. Now that they've done what they did, let's see, government is doing that. But I'm thinking they should equally go ahead and try to pay the 3 months. Yes, as far as what is happening now is concerned, when it comes to what has happened in the past and going to the future, I reason differently. But I'm just being realistic on what is on ground, what is obtainable now. Government, as represented by their different agents, the ministers, etc., have not done their bit. The Minister for Education, the former one, did all he could do to ensure that the money was paid. So no equally came in. When this one came, the new Commissioner for Education came, Minister for Education came in, he had to go back to Sonono, who eventually helped him to intervene with the Minister for Finance. I am thinking the box trust and the table of Minister of Finance, they shouldn't have delayed it till now, since the President have said, go and pay them. It was his duty to look for fund to pay them.
All right, Mr. FASUNWON is back. Mr. FASUNWON, now let's take a look at another dimension to